Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anime Church.
Ah,
The only church where we're talking tacos for some reason. Where we not only have taco seasoning, but we encourage taco eating. And taco cosplay.
Again, both kinds.
taco.
Taco Tuesday is every day. Taco Tuesday only happens on days that end in Y. Yeah. Every day is taco day.
Sadly, that won't be tomorrow.
Oh, that's your fault. You're the one that doesn't have tacos. Oh man, you know what? That reminds me.
Tomorrow is the only day that doesn't end in Y.
No, it isn't, because it's Monday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, don't care. Monday. I take your fallacy and I shit all over it.
You are fallacy.
And now I can only think Monday. It's only a day away.
Well, it's better than what I was thinking. For me, I was only going through Monday, Monster Truck Rally Racing.
And that just makes me think Sunday.
Because I walked
Be
away
there
just to go get
and
a
square.
taco recipe.
God damn it.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
So this is one pan pineapple salsa chicken tacos.
Why do you have ice cream?
Because fuck you. That's why.
How
You're gonna love this even more. It is black raspberry cookies and cream.
Sounds good.
You know what? I don't ask him why he has apple juice looking drink.
Because it is actual apple juice.
Okay, cool. I was gonna be like, please don't show what it is. Like,
No, it's
for
actual
legal
apple
for
juice.
legal reasons, don't show what it is. Yes, it's apple juice. It's in an
No,
apple juice container. We'll
No,
believe
it's
you.
actual apple juice this time.
No, I believe you. Okay, so Tex-Mex paste, 1 tablespoon Southwest spice blend, 4 ounces of pineapple, 10 ounces of diced chicken thighs, 1 onion, 1/4 ounce cilantro, but that's optional, honestly, because cilantro's shit, in my opinion. I don't like cilantro,
It's less barbaric than oregano.
if you say so. 1 lime, 1 long green pepper, 6 flour tortillas, and 1.5 teaspoons of sour cream. That is all you need to make these lovely looking tacos.
I had a
Also-
girl who said she wanted a long green pepper. Sadly, I could only provide a short red pepper.
And then you went to the wrong grocery store.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we've got to talk about a really, really heavy topic now. That's why I broke out the ice cream, because there's no fucking way I want to talk about this and not. No.
Yes, you need to cry into your ice cream. I got you.
Nope. There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball. So, Moon, you're taking points since you don't know jack shit about this topic. Go ahead and ask the questions.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 11. 11 videos.
11
how
sources.
NijiSanji is
11
fucking
sources.
killing itself.
And that's
You
not
could have just
including
said.
one.
You could have just started
all
off with
YouTube
the
videos,
question of,
so-
so what happened in VTubing this week, and we could have just been like, well, cut to dumpster fire, you know. Well, not
Fair
necessarily.
enough,
Yesterday,
But, as far as I know,
there
these
was
things
some
don't
good
get
news.
edited, so.
Yesterday there was some good news.
Okay.
Iron Mouse won VTuber of the year.
Yes!
Woo! Okay, but seriously, what the hell?
Niji can't seem to stop.
No shit. What are they doing?
it's a lot easier to ask what aren't they doing. It's a
that-
lot shorter of a list.
That's a lot shorter of a list.
1, taking care of their talents. 2, living up to their contracts. 3, making sure their talents can actually afford to live.
So it turns out that
4, not buying another boat.
yacht,
No, not buying. There we go.
yacht, not boat, yacht. There's a difference.
Yacht buying
Okay.
another boat.
No, not boat, yacht.
That's not-
There's a difference. And they're like, what's the difference between a yacht and a boat? Like
1
4 zeros.
doesn't have the Lonely Island on it singing.
Also that. Also
One
2,
spelled in a way that makes sense. The other is not.
Two about 4 to 6 zeros.
Yeah.
That's the difference
And-
between a yacht and a boat. About 4 to 6
Yeah.
zeros.
Yeah.
Anyhow, if you're looking for unbiased, unopinionated stuff, we are not the news source for you.
Definitely not.
Okay, so it came out recently that NijiSanji's hiring protocol for management is to seek people for part-time that work 5 hours a week that have barely passing English skills, and they're looking for people who are either in high school or college. So their management doesn't actually have to have any management experience and doesn't have any real practical English speaking skills. And most of these people are in high school. These are the people that are working for NijiSanji management, apparently. That's one thing that recently came out.
That is the most concerning thing that recently came out.
No, that's
in
not
my
the most
opinion.
concerning. Actually, that's the least concerning thing that came out. It was recently released that it wasn't one attempt made by Selen / DokiBird. It was 2 attempts. Selen / DokiBird is a Canadian resident, which means that the violation that Niji did recently with their talents violated quite a few Canadian laws, privacy laws. Yeah. Currently, Selen / Doki is not filing any type of legal action, but there's a strong case for that should they decide to do so. Oh, it's official. DokiBird's account has officially surpassed subscriber count of Alira Pandora. It was a race to see who would hit 550,000 first. And officially, DokiBird gained more as Alira Pandora lost more. Alira Pandora's channel was the one that NijiSanji's announcement went up on. I don't know why they should have done it on the main account for NijiSanji, but they decided to do it on one of their talents.
Not just that, it was a stream that didn't have any video with it. It was all audio and a black screen.
Which, for a company that is being called a black company, having a black screen for most of that, probably the worst look.
You know what? That's probably the point. It wasn't actually, no video. We could see exactly. We could see the company itself.
With the exception of one time where they posted out what they thought was going to be damning evidence, and it turned out that too was also a breach of privacy. And literally, the livers themselves stated that they had looked over several documents, which it turns out were supposed to have remained private between lawyers legal documents that were supposed to have remained private between lawyers. And it's just turned into one giant legal shit show that Niji is completely liable for. I'm going to let Fenris take over because he has the most to say on this, because I'm just done.
So, over the last week, I've been watching multiple videos that were not posted and multiple live streams of literal lawyers, breaking this down.
Multiple lawyers, yeah.
Yes, not several. One of which I actually hopped out of their live stream for Anime Church because
they're still live right now.
I'm watching. Yes, they are still live right now with two very prominent VTuber news anchors, I would call them.
News channels. Yeah.
News channels, thank you. Breaking this further down with NijiSanji's their legal counsel's response to everything, and it's a shit show, to say the least. Now, despite, Elira, Vox, and Ike all doing the video, bashing Doki, basically discrediting her, dragging her name through the mud, whatever you want to call it. Going back and listening to it, if I can speak today, it really does sound like they had guns to their heads and that they were reading off a script. Most of their enunciations and pronunciations and all that were just so robotic that it feels like their careers themselves were threatened, unless they put out those statements.
Well, it could be AI generated.
Could also be AI generated, yes. Now, we don't have any way to confirm that. That's just all my personal thoughts. Speculation. However, if it was the actual talent and they were forced to do that against their will or under duress, if they were terminated, that will also lead to further legal issues with NijiSanji. Which, yeah, that's also something that the Japanese government does not look lightly upon. At least through all the research I've been doing over the last week for this, and all the other lawyers.
Also, the gotcha moment in that video of like the Discord messages wasn't really much of a gotcha moment anyway, because the one point that they were trying to make about what was it, copyright or something? No, it wasn't copyright. They were like, we're not sure if we have the rights to this. They said that the music was fine because they had everything cleared on the music side of things, but because past livers were featured in the video, they weren't sure if it was okay. And I'm like, guys,
they own the rights to those livers after they graduated.
No, but any livers that sign a contract with NijiSanji owns the entire IP during and after, like in perpetuity. They own the rights to that. So there was no copyright issue to begin with.
There's also another issue with the Discord messages that you just brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Management has access to all socials, including Discord. They could easily go back and edit those messages or completely delete them if they so choose. However, if it was brought up in court, that would be falsifying evidence. There's also speculation that other members of NijiSanji have access to other members' Twitch and YouTube channels. This was brought to light when somebody brought up a past incident where Vox accidentally went live on YouTube, didn't know how that happened or how to turn it off, and another liver went in there and got him off live. It's like, yeah, you're fixed now. So it's in the open that NijiSanji can, or not just, they have access to these socials. They technically own all the socials and everything about it, so they could go on there at any time to post what they want under the name of certain livers, and they're well within their legal rights to do so.
Also, there's that one chat, that one lady that's posting all sorts of shit. I forget her name.
Which one? There's just so many people that are posting random bullshit that's trying to discredit everything.
The one in particular that's gotten herself in a lot of trouble for, like her chat logs and everything have been talked about endlessly.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Numbers in her name. That's all I know. Everybody was talking about it in the last 2 days or so. I don't know her effing name. I just know that this isn't the first time she said some shit that's gotten her in a bunch of trouble.
Yeah, that really doesn't help me.
You're the one following this so closely. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Like I said, I've been watching so many different lawyers and different live streamers cover this that there's so many different names that have done basically what you just said, where they're throwing out their chat logs and it's, all coming under fire and all that because a lot of them are proven to be false. So it does not help me when you give such vague stuff like that.
I only know of the one.
Fair. Another. Speaking of which, Moon, going back to the black screen, how you commented that's how the company looks. For a company called Any Color, when their CEO went up to give a apology on a video, they only used black and white in the background.
Also point out who he apologized to, because it wasn't the fans.
It wasn't the fans. It wasn't the livers. He was apologizing to the shareholders.
Yep.
Which also turns out a lot of the Chinese shareholders are following what's happening, and they're not happy. And keep in mind, China, with Bilibili mainly, they're the fourth largest shareholders of basically every VTubing company.
So the stock price last week was down 10%. You want to take a guess as to how low the stock price is for Any Color now?
I'm guessing it dropped another 10 to 15.
Oh, that was the one thing you didn't pay attention to out of this whole shit?
I don't pay attention to stocks.
Dude, that is the one thing that actually hurts them. They don't give a fuck about anything but their stock price. Like when you hit them in the wallet, that's where it hurts.
Yeah, it's just wait until Billy fucking pulls out because at this point it's going to be really hard for them to recover.
I have it already.
Their stock price has fallen down below 21%.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
In total, not this week, but in total.
Still, that's a lot.
Oh yeah. They have lost a lot. Like at this point, the best thing they can do is just shut the fuck up, and tell everybody to shut the fuck up about it.
They're not going to. Let's face it.
Yeah. No.
Every time they address it, they cause more legal trauma for them. They cause more legal trouble for themselves. They've at least violated at least 4 Canadian laws of privacy at this point.
Yeah, so speaking of that, the main lawyer I've been watching on YouTube, it's I think Legally Mindset. Fantastic cover. He explains everything so he breaks it down enough where even the average person can understand what's happening and what's going wrong. Actually, he was the channel I was watching before I hopped in here and actually focused on Anime Church. Yeah, a lot of the people that were asking him, since he's done so much research into this, if he would basically represent Doki, and he stated that he can't, since he's done so much research on and covered it on live streams, that it would be kind of a conflict of interest, and the best thing he could do is keep his mouth shut. So it's I I wanted to be a lot more passionate about this. I just so fucking worn out about it, to be honest, and just nothing seems to be going good. Nothing seems to be going right for anybody involved. I mean, not that NijiSanji needs it to go right. They need to close down or kick their fucking CEO and choose a new one.
I mean,
But I'm more concerned for the livers that are still under there, because a lot of them don't have the funds or the ability to switch to another company or to leave and support themselves.
I think it needs to be restaffed. Not just the CEO needs to go. They need new management on Ian's side. Completely.
Oh, Ian itself needs to be treated as its own branch of business
Entity?
for it, instead of just
its own separate.
Instead of just a subsidiary, not subsidiary, that's not the word I'm looking for, as a afterthought.
Well, they need proper management. It needs to be looked at as a 50-50 and not a 20-80 kind of thing. You know? Also, everybody needs to stop bowing to China so much. Quit fearing China.
They were the third largest investor until Sony started investing themselves, which doesn't surprise me.
Nope.
And any big corporation that wants to make money, VTubing is an easy way for them to do it.
Well,
Invest,
at this point,
done.
well, at this point, I don't know how things are going to go, considering that Japan has now officially lost its status as the third largest economy. That recession has hit, and we'll see how things go.
It's only a matter of time until the rest of the world feels it.
Not necessarily. Funny enough, U.S. is the one country that's doing the opposite. We are not feeling it because we're going in the opposite direction, funny enough. I don't know what all went down, but it turns out that we'll get into it later. But yeah, the numbers are actually, we actually somehow managed to avoid a recession, as it turns out. And inflation is actually cooling off. So
About damn time.
it's just that, it's been cooling. It's just, inflation is down to 3%. It's just that inflation's been so high that it takes a long time. We went from 10% inflation, now we're down to 3%, but it takes such a long time for the average person to feel it. So we're not even going to notice that shit until probably next year. End of this year, next year, sometime around there. That's when we'll really start to feel it in like the supermarket and stuff like that. But like it takes a long time for all of that to finally hit. But we're at least back down as far as things go with like inflation and everything. We're back down to at least before the pandemic. We finally reached that cooling point. I pay attention to this stuff. I've had to keep up with the news and things like that. And like when I pay attention in election cycles and stuff, I'm not just in it for the horse race. I actually want to know about what the hell is going on. So, that's some of it. But anyhow, I think we're done talking about this, and we got done with it earlier than I was expecting. I figured you would be, I thought you were going to be a hell of a lot more impassioned about that too. So I was like really, really expecting. Guys, if you want to know more about the situation.
I just don't have the energy for it right now.
Again, I burnt out on this whole thing, and I have been since yesterday. I'm just like, I was just done. I did not want to talk about this drama any longer. But it's like the saga that will not go away. Like, no matter how much you want to try and get away with it, it keeps pulling you back in. And I'm like, God dang it, man. So
the only reason I was kind of, talking about it before this is the stream made it entertaining to watch. It's just like, yeah, that's great information. And now I'm just like, I'm done watching it. Oh, thank God. I can actually just focus on other things.
Gotcha. Dude, are we... Okay, there we go. There is a chat. It's just nobody's talking in it. Okay, cool. All right. So, we're done with that.
To be fair, I can completely understand why if who's ever watching doesn't want to comment on this, because it has taken over the internet for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, on to the news. the news. Oh, man. We've got so much more stuff that we are happy to talk about. All right. I want to talk about this before we move on to the
Hi, Rick. Hi,
normal
Revan.
spoiler stuff. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Now everybody's
yes.
talking Rickalicious.
Yes,
Oh,
praise
now
menu.
it's... No, do not. Fuck off. All right. So, one of the devs for Pal World, I just recently followed him. He was talking about this whole thing about how these reviewers are talking about how Pal World is falling off because, you know, it had 2 million concurrent players at one point in time, and now they're at 50,000, and they're like, oh yeah, Pal World's falling off. And it's like, guys, he goes, with Pal World quickly approaching the 1 month mark, it's interesting to look back at my own thoughts for launch. In May of 2023, I was convinced that Pal World would break the 50,000 player mark. Anything above that seemed unobtainable, though, and I certainly never expected it to reach into the millions. It has taken years to get to this point, and Pal World only really begins from here. Everyone is working hard to fix the issues and prepare new content and pals. Some of you have had your fun over the last 3 weeks and found yourself putting the game down. That is fine. This emerging Pal World has lost X% of its player base discourse is lazy, but it's probably also a good time to step in and reassure those of you capable of reading past a headline that it is fine to take breaks from games. You don't need to feel bad about that. Pal World, like many games before it, isn't in a position to pump out massive amounts of new content on a weekly basis. New content will come, and it's going to be awesome. But these things take a little bit of time. There are so many amazing games out there to play. You don't need to feel guilty about hopping from game to game. If you were still playing Pal World, we love you. If you're no longer playing Pal World, we still love you. And we hope you'll come back for round 2 when you're ready. Play lots of games, try different games, and frequently flick through indie libraries to find hidden gems. That is the tweet this man put out. Holy fucking shit, it is so nice and refreshing to hear a game dev say something like that instead of just like, no, you have to play our game and only our game. How do we make it as addicting as possible so that they never leave our game? Come on, man. Somebody who's not trying to be a corporate asshole, tool ass slave, like game pimp kind of, finally, just somebody who talks like a human fucking being.
Who's obviously, from the statements, a gamer himself.
Yes! Yeah. I followed and retweeted this instantly. Like, I liked and retweeted this instantly, and I followed this man. Immediately, because I'm like, holy shit, based take. We need more of this in the gaming industry. Way more of this. I was like, dude, I was loving Pal World to begin with. You just made a big Pal World fan out of me for life. No matter what happens. Fuck Pokemon. I'm a Pal World fan forever now. Sorry. Fuck Arceus.
Arceus will remember this.
No, Arceus can remember this. Nintendo's never made a statement this good. Never. They said, bend over and give me your money. That's what the Pokemon company said to me. And that was just Pokemon Go. I've not done anything else with that. By the way, you notice how I didn't do our intro this week? You notice how I didn't do our proper intro this week? There's a reason for that. This was that reason.
Yeah,
No, fuck you.
Speaking of Pal World, I've actually read something not too long ago that said that the early access is only about 50 to 60% of the actual game.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, it's 60% complete right now.
And I actually last night I actually got to the highest mountain in the game, and I was looking around. There's a giant fucking tree that we cannot reach yet.
Yeah.
And I want to know what it is.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the tree. You got to beat the towers, and then after the towers, supposedly you can get to the tree because the tree holds the truth. That's what the little tablet says when you start the game. Now, guys, I've only done a little bit of my single-player stuff. Here's the funny thing. Josh from Let's Game It Out has put up a Pow World video. It's fucking hilarious. I encourage you to watch it. This man hit level 46, right? He built a giant tower out of just plain out lumber, right? He built that all the way to the top of where you could conceivably build a tower, and then he spent days, IRL days, just building and breaking down a set of stairs because that would level him up. And it also leveled up his pals. So literally, he reached level 46 by just putting up a staircase, breaking it down, putting up a staircase, breaking it down, over and over and over again.
That's impressive.
That is all he did.
That
is
is
all he
dedication.
fucking did. Also, I love his character. His character is quote-unquote female, but has a giant male torso, the skinniest arms and legs possible. He skipped arm day and leg day, but has a swole-ass torso. It's the dumbest thing possible. Guys, this is just the stupidest shit, but it's the best shit. It is the best shit. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. So, yeah, that is the statement from one of the devs on Pow World. That is a based statement. And they're not shy about what their reasons for stuff. They were like, why'd you put guns in there? And they were like, well, we wanted to market it to North America and specifically the US. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. How do we get more people in the US to play it? Put guns in that bitch. Get those bitches cannons. Bitches love cannons.
Love cannons.
Yeah, exactly.
Works
All
every
right.
time.
It does. It does. All right. All right. I know what our next topic's going to be. Guys, now is the time. If you have not seen the newest episode, we're going to go ahead and put up the spoiler tag for you. We're going to talk about episode 7 of Solo Leveling. This week, I had about a month's worth of laundry that I had to do yesterday, so I was not at home. Everybody kind of had to watch it on their own. So Solo Leveling became Solo Watching. Which Fenris was not aware of because he didn't know that until I got home.
And after my stream last night.
Yep. And after your stream last night, because somebody did not pass on that information properly.
He was in stream when I got that information.
You told me he was at his brother's. You didn't tell me it was he's going to be gone all day.
Yeah, I didn't know until you were already in stream. That was how long it took him to respond to my message.
I didn't have internet. You have my number, Moon. You know how to text me.
Didn't think about it.
Dumbass.
Oh, well.
No. You know what you could do? You can take that finger and shove it up your butt.
I will later, thank you.
Okay. Oh, no. Well, don't do it on camera. Yeah.
We'll see what
Anyhow.
happens.
Please don't do it on camera.
Please
I'll have
don't
to
show
kick
the
you from
internet
this
your
car.
butthole.
Who said anyone would have to see it?
That's a really bleached anus. Anyhow, guys, what did you think about episode? Before we get onto it, I want to quickly say that we will be having the Solo Leveling call tonight. It will be happening. Nothing is stopping. No one is stopping it from happening. It will be happening.
Stopping?
6 p.m. tonight, Central Time. All right. So, Solo Leveling on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/fat_dog_studios. All right. Episode 7. Who watched it?
I did.
Okay. Well, okay. There were the hands. Good. I have watched and read it, but I kind of skimmed through the Jinwoo talk because I'm like, I already know what this is. Yeah. So, thoughts?
He almost died.
It's nice to see a manhwa and an anime about a overpowered person getting their ass handed to them.
Okay.
Put in his place for a second. So yep, nope, I'm still not. Okay.
Yeah, he went in knowing that he wasn't up to par, but he wanted to see how far he could get, and oh boy, did he
Still
get
did
rocked.
pretty well, all things considered.
So it sounds like
he
you
almost
guys,
died a couple times.
So it sounds like you guys actually enjoyed this episode.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh wow. Okay, that's the opposite of me. I was bored to tears. Yeah, this was the most boring episode of Solo Leveling that I've seen. I was like, ugh. Like, I guess it's because I know
You
what's
skimmed
coming.
through and didn't allow the pacing and everything.
I'm right there with you, Richie, but
No,
it
the,
just...
the up until he got to Cerberus, this whole episode was just boring.
like,
I
I know what's
know it's
coming next as
necessary.
well.
I know it's necessary, but like, I'm the character in SpongeBob. Ugh, get on with it already. That is the curse of the manhwa reader. Like, the Cerberus is nice because it's a nice little fight. Now, I'll say that the Cerberus fight much better than they did it in the manhwa. Already, the anime is showing that it can surpass the manhwa when it comes to the action. However, that Cerberus fight is just a tease. It's just a tease. If the anime ends where I think it's ending, season 1 is literally the prologue of Solo Leveling.
We've had this discussion before where I think it's going to end, and I know it's going to piss a lot of people off if it happens.
Oh, yeah. If it ends before he says arise, it's going to piss me off. If it ends as he says arise, I'm happy for that. But if nothing happens, if he just says the word arise and nothing happens, manhwa fans are going to revolt. And then anime onlys are going to be like, what does arise mean? We're like, he's talking about my penis.
So
he means my throbbing erection.
So for those who are, still listening with the spoiler warning, my thoughts on where it's going to end is he's going to say arise, then the credits roll. And then there's going to be an after credits scene where, all the shadows go into the ground and you hear somebody's voice.
Either that or that happens as the credits roll.
It'd be much more impactful if it was an after credits scene. And be a lot, in my opinion, a lot better
up to this point, so
that's why it would be more impactful.
I like it better if the credits roll and you just hear, "You are my special."
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Gojo didn't go into the unlimited prison. He just stepped into Solo Leveling. Eventually, as Solo Leveling continues, that's going to be the argument. Who's stronger, Gojo or Jinwoo? That's going to eventually be the argument. Who would win in a fight, Gojo or Jinwoo? Because it's literally power scaling versus the man who cannot be touched. The man who cannot be beat versus the man who cannot be touched. Though to be fair, I also think that the sleeper hit of the all right, here's my thing for all of you. The sleeper hit, and I love Solo Leveling. It is my third favorite series of this season. Yes, you heard me right. Third. Definitely not my number one. It goes Frieren, Apothecary Diaries, Solo Leveling. That's how it is right now. Okay? And if you don't agree with that, well, that's okay. You don't have to agree with me. That's the beauty of this whole thing. You're wrong, but you don't have to agree with me. You're allowed to be wrong. All right, but yeah, Freerin, Apothecary Diaries, which if you haven't checked it out, please don't make the mistake that I did and not start watching Apothecary Diaries until this week. Like, that was... Though, to be fair, there's a lot of really good stuff to just watch in one sitting. Apothecary Diaries is great, especially when you get to episode 4 and you realize that, you know, Mau Mau has some Native American in her and she's about to show off her Slapaho tribe roots. It's great. I saw the little grin that he made right there. It's like he grinned and then he realized I'm not supposed to laugh at that. And I was like, no, you're allowed to laugh at that, Moon. She's from the Slapaho tribe. It's okay. Dude, it was so good. She slapped the shit out of that bitch. It was great. Mau Mau is just that girl. She doesn't take shit from nobody. Oh man, it was so good. Anyhow, this episode just wasn't it for me, and sadly, we are going to have to talk about the next part. But any final thoughts on this episode?
I got excited when I first saw the key, thinking, you know, oh, something bigger's gonna happen. and then I got disappointed. Then it was like, oh, Cerberus fight. This is a lot more chaotic and what's the word I'm looking for?
More chaos, a little less neutral.
More chaos, less neutral, more... Fuck, what's the word? Not hectic. Go ahead, Moon. While I try to think of English.
Thought it was
You're gonna put spin on the ball?
It was enjoyable. Cerberus fight was wonderful. Everything in the build up to it, while admittedly slow, was still kind of fun. Getting to watch Jinwoo sit there and be like, "Hey, so don't worry about catching up with me." And his sister just that was fun. And then she finally catches up to him, and he's like, "All right, I had time to do my 100 sit-ups, push-ups, and squats,
and drink plenty of juice.
Hey, I'm gonna do another rep of all of that, so."
All right.
The desperation of the fight. That's the fucking word I was looking for.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're still going to talk a little Jujutsu Kaisen, but we're done talking about our Jujutsu Kaisen. We're still going to talk a little bit of Solo Leveling, but we're done talking about the episode. So next week, 7.5, not episode 8. They're doing a recap episode, and I know. As soon as you hear that, some of you are rolling your eyes and going, "Ugh." All right, there is a reason this has to be done. The voice actor for Jinwoo, the main character, caught COVID. He is sick, and apparently that is the reason why there is a recap episode, so they are letting him recover. Let me read the actual article. The upcoming episode 8 will be delayed in place of a recap episode. Episode 7.5, the official Solo Leveling Twitter account revealed that Solo Leveling Episode 8, titled This Is Frustrating, will not air on February 24th. In place, a recap episode titled How to Get Stronger will air instead. Early fan reactions to the news were largely disappointed, while some are happy to let the popular anime take all the time it needs. Many recalled production issues with Zom 100 and Jujutsu Kaisen. The official post and reactions can be viewed on their Twitter. However, the official announcement can be translated as episode 7.5 will be broadcasted February 24th. Blah, 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 blah. A look back at episodes 1 through 7 with a newly recorded character narration. As the caption suggests, episode 7.5 will come with a newly recorded narration with Sung Jinwoo's voice actor Taito Ban and the rest of the cast. Following episode 7's release on February 17th, Bond posted to Twitter, "Next time we'll look back on the story so far. You might get a good understanding of the changes in the season. Be sure not to miss it. This comes as social media fans have debated the changes made from the original Solo Leveling manhwa." Okay. apparently he's not sick. All the information had been pointing to the fact that the lead voice actor had caught COVID, but apparently that is not the case. Huh.
Honestly, I don't think that would make sense either because everything should already be recorded. It's
Yeah, I was like, why?
post-production phase.
Yeah. There's no reason to be doing a recap episode then. None.
There isn't.
Yeah, this is just dumb. Okay. Just read the manhwa, guys. If you don't like it, read the manhwa. That's all I got.
Although, hey, there's an entire anime series that's been, majority recap episodes. So, and it's at what, 1,000 episodes?
I
Guys,
think it's closer to 1100.
Yeah, I think so.
guys, really quickly, I just wanted to point out that there was a sports ball event that happened this week.
There is.
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Like literally 1 week ago, there
So
was a
on to our
sports
next
ball event.
topic.
That is the transition. That is the transition to this, and because it was a sports ball event that a lot of sports ball people like, there's also non-sports ball people that kind of pay attention to it because it's commercial day. Commercial day, everybody! It's when the trailers and the commercials come out to play. And one of those said commercials that we were looking forward to was Deadpool 3. And that teaser dropped for us. And it's not called Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool and Wolverine. And gotta say, they only gave us the barest hint of Wolverine for a film named Deadpool and Wolverine. But damn it, did it give me everything I wanted! My favorite line so far is the whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to scare me? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney. Looks at the camera. I'm like, yes! Yes!
That was so good.
That's so good. I love it. I'm loving all this theory speculation that's going out. Dude, it feels like Marvel is in full swing. They dropped 3 things this week. So welcome to the Marvel block, everybody. We're here for it. Guys, I'm assuming you've seen the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer at this point.
Yes.
Let me know. What did you think of it? What was your favorite part? I'm not just asking the guys, the gentlemen here in the video with me. I want to know what you guys thought in the comments as well.
Don't you swear at me.
Fuck you. Anyway, so
Is your
let
mom
me
with
know in the chat what. Yes, I do. Let me know, tongue and all. It's terrible. It's a Deadpool time, man. You gotta be weird.
Thought you lived in Tennessee, not Alabama.
Arkansas's next door too. Mississippi, Kentucky, Arkansas. I'm bordered by all the really. I mean, bro, you're next to Alabama and Florida and South Carolina. I don't know why you're even. You're not safe either. Anyhow, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. Whether you're the chat or you're in the video call with me, I want to hear your thoughts. What'd you think of this trailer?
Hilarious.
So exciting. I don't know where the hell this dusty area is, but I love the 20th Century Fox thing. It's just stuck in the ground. Oh, it's so hilarious.
Easily favorite part of the trailer is at the end when Deadpool's like, "Don't just stand there, you ape. Help me." Stink. Never mind, I'm good.
He's like, no, never mind. I think I'm okay.
And if you pause it just right, you can see the Wolverine is wearing the '97 X-Men uniform.
Oh yeah.
Yep, the yellow and blue. It's so
Have you
good.
guys not seen the set photos that have been coming out for like a year now?
I've been trying to stay away from any spoilers for this.
Dude, they literally hired people to come in costume just to be fake outs for this movie.
I've seen two
Nice.
things on this movie. One was the announcement when it was considered Deadpool 3, where Ryan was like, "Hey, Hugh, do you want to do a movie?" Yeah, sure,
Sure.
sounds good, Ryan.
Yeah, sure, Ryan. Okay, set photos came out that showed, like, they literally released official set photos showing Hugh in the yellow and blue outfit, and Wolverine and Deadpool fighting in front of the broken 20th Century Fox logo. So that wasn't new. We've known about that for over 6 months. So, actually, over 8 now. That's before.
You have.
No, not you. That's like the whole internet has known about that since before I went and became homeless.
Like I said, I've been staying away from spoilers because I want to go into this as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as possible and be like, oh my god, this is awesome.
I talked about this on Anime Church last year.
I turned my brain off when you talked about it.
Fuck you. You would have known about it regardless. Hey, you might be attending SakuraCon. That's pretty cool. Service at St. Mary's Church. Okay.
Hey.
So,
What's your favorite part, Moon?
yeah, what was your favorite part
Of the commercial?
Of the trailer.
of the trailer? Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial, man? The Dunkin'
I
Donuts,
guess
the
that one, considering
Dunkings.
that's the only one I saw.
Really? Dude, there was a lot of stupid, funny Super Bowl
I
commercials.
saw one other one, which was the Paramount Plus one.
Oh my god.
Where Patrick,
Which one?
Patrick Stewart threw Hey Arnold.
Dude, I was going to say
Right?
which one because
And
there's
now
one where they were
Creed.
like, we have to amputate the Muppet's arm. And the golfer just whack.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's
shit.
so good. They've got so many of them. They're so stupid. I'm like, that's funny. Still not going to pay for Paramount Plus, but that's funny.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Because guys, you ruined Halo. Fuck you.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Now, if only we had someone made out of pigskin. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yes, throw Peppa Pig. Do it.
All right. What was your favorite part of the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer?
Oh, it's a tough one. Probably the scenes of the birthday party going on, because quite a few characters are in there.
Oh yeah.
And it's really interesting. You get I forgot his name, but the dude with the mustache from
Peter
the second
W?
movie. No powers. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
He's just there
Oh no,
having
he
a
has
good
powers.
time.
He has type 1 and 2 diabetes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh fuck. Then, God, who else was in that fucking room?
Ice cream.
I forgot his name. Oh, what's that guy's name? Big iron guy.
Colossus. Not Colossus.
Colossus?
Colossus. Yeah.
It is Colossus.
Colossus
okay.
was in there, and then his wife was in there. God, I am terrible with names. Which confirmed that at the end of that movie, he straight up stole that fucking time travel thing. It was like, yeah, just all that
Vanessa?
shit. Oh my god, Vanessa, that's her fucking name. God, yes. No idea who that one dude was. Had red
Shatterstar?
hair, white suit. Is that who that was?
Shatterstar. Yeah.
Shit.
Because he saved people in the X-Force.
I forgot
When he went back in
about
time,
that.
he saved certain people in X-Force from dying.
Oh yeah.
Also, Brad Pitt's still alive because there's like they were pointing out in some of the breakdown videos that there's like a blank space in there where somebody would be standing for like the photo and everything. So they're pretty sure the invisible guy, Vanisher, is in there. Brad Pitt's character.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
like,
sure he's
yeah,
dead.
Brad Pitt's
Just
still
left the
around.
space for him in the picture just in case.
Yeah. I
Oh, that's
love it.
funny. Oh my
I'm
God.
so glad Deadpool did go back and stop Green Lantern from being made.
And killed
What are you talking about?
the other version of Deadpool from X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yes.
When he
What do you
shot
mean?
the fuck
Guys,
out
I
of
don't
him.
know what you're talking about.
You're
What
not
do you
from
mean?
that
These things
time.
didn't happen. What are you
Yes, they
talking
did.
about?
Yeah, yes, they did. You're not from those timelines. You know they exist. Stop.
I wish they didn't though. Come
yeah,
on.
I know you wish they
Let me
didn't.
fucking dream.
No.
You can't. Sorry, dude.
Sometimes you need to live those nightmares so that you can grow. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Anyway. But the birthday party. And Blind Al was there.
Yes. Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
You gotta have Val. God.
Alrighty.
One of the best parts of the second movie, too, is when he shows up and is expertly quiet. Until he finally says something, and she just goes, "Motherfucker!" Kills me every time.
I loved the next thing we're talking about.
Yes.
Especially the main thing that I loved was how excited some people were because they're like, I remember the old X-Men cartoon, but they never finished it. And they're like, ah, man, we're going to have to go watch the X-Men cartoon. And then they literally had the ending spoiled right there in the trailer. And I'm like, bro, it's ended in 97. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry for you. I feel for you. But it's been out there since like almost 30 years now.
Yeah, 27 years.
27 years now. You've had time. It's not our fault. Yeah. So, Marvel's X-Men 97 official trailer dropped. The funny thing is I talked to my brother, asked him how he felt about it. He said he didn't like it. Because he's like, the animation isn't the same. I'm like, fuck you, dude. They cleaned up the animation. How dare you? Also, no... To the other thing, they didn't stick with the season 6 animation, which thank God, because that animation was terrible. So, yeah. Hey, hell.
I just feel so much nostalgia hearing that song again.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It is a different voice cast, because a lot of the voice cast is no longer among us.
Sadly.
Or they've aged out of being in voiceover anymore. Funny enough, Cyclops is voiced by Ray Chase, and I was like, where have I heard that Cyclops before? And I looked him up, and I was like, oh, it's Ray Chase. I laughed so hard, because once I saw it was Ray Chase, I was like, oh my god, it's the Oratrice Mécanique d'Annalise Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Yeah. Because he's Nouvelette in Genshin Impact. But then I started looking up other shit that he voices, and I'm like, fuck! If you IMDb Ray Chase, you're gonna be blown away by some of the characters he's voiced. It's insane. Yeah. It's insane. But yeah, completely different voice cast. I like it. And people are like, oh, they changed up some of the look. Yeah, they have. Because it's been a tad of time since Xavier passed away.
Yeah.
Little bit. But there's also some good stuff. Like, oh my god, Remy's back! Fuck yes! We finally got our boy Gambit back. And he's flirting with Rogue again. It's none of this Rogue and Iceman bullshit. It's actually Rogue and Gambit. Like it's always been. Thank you. Anyhow.
The one thing for the
Speaking
trailer
of
that really
Gambit.
caught me off guard was Magneto having hair.
Yeah, that's not new. Like, he's had hair.
I know, I just don't remember
Just so
it from
you'd
back
seen
in my
with the helmet.
childhood.
Oh yeah, he's had
Exactly.
that hair.
And with his long, luscious locks, like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Where do
that
you
should be
think
like
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch got it from, man? Come on.
Fair enough. But so with Gambit putting
Oh!
his powers onto what's his name's claws, aren't
Wolverine?
his claws gonna explode? Yeah.
When they his claws won't, but whoever they touch will.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to point this
don't
out in the
remember how
last
it's
trailer. What I think is happening is they're sending Deadpool out to correct certain universes and get rid of them. They're sending Deadpool out to clean up certain universes because it's been officially confirmed that they have cast Jennifer Garner as that Deadpool universe's Elektra.
I really hope one of they
Basically,
have like
a bunch of the different 20th century properties, yeah.
I really hope one of them is actual Marvel zombies. Just even if it's a, nope, wrong one.
Oh, I didn't talk about this, but I guess it's worth mentioning. Two things. One good, one bad. Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Let's go with the bad news.
Okay.
Rip my heart out first.
Well, maybe. It depends on whether you actually gave a shit about this or not. Madam Web came out, and apparently it's a bigger shit show than everybody even thought it was gonna be.
Oh yeah, no, that was
the most positive thing I have heard about Madam Web is that they said that it made Morbius look good. Yeah.
It's Morbin time.
Literally, the Madam Web came out and one of the reviews was Morbius was better. Fuck!
Like, just damn.
Damn! Alright, now, you ready for the good news?
Yeah.
The early reviews are coming in for Dune Part 2. Yeah. Critics and celebrities and people who managed to get early into the premieres have seen it, and they are saying it is a generation-defining sci-fi film. Like, how Empire defined sci-fi for the 80s, that's what they're saying Dune Part 2 is. They're not like, oh, it's really good. They're like, it's a fucking masterpiece. That is what we're hearing. Holy shit. Holy shit. People don't say this. They don't just come out of the woodwork and say this shit. And typically they don't say it in droves. And it's typically not every fucking critic, too. Like, you're literally going to have, like, a couple that are like, oh, man, this is fucking epic. And then others are like, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, whatever. Or they get home and they're like, ah, man, that was really good. That was really good. Shit, I'm supposed to hate this movie. No. Every fucking review has been, it's amazing. Holy shit. The most negative review I've heard about this movie has come from Zendaya, who has said that her biggest regret about this movie is that she'll never be able to make a movie this good again. Fuck. And I'm like, this bitch was in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Have I seen that one?
Arguably one of the best films I've ever seen. The what? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Spider-Man No Way Home. The one where all the Spider-Man villains start to show up with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and all the other
I
Spider-Man.
haven't seen it yet.
It's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
Don't spoil it for him, dude.
I already know it has 3 Spider-Man.
Jesus Christ. All right. Dude. All right. So Ghostbusters Afterlife and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's tomorrow, right?
Depends on what time.
Tomorrow and Tuesday. Right? We got to watch those 2 movies over the next 2 days.
Depends. I've got other pending
You'll have
plans
time over the
already.
next 2 days to watch those.
I guess.
We can do a late night viewing.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's like, motherfucker, if I have to tell somebody to come over to your place and trank your legs so that you can't leave your house, it's gonna happen. You're gonna watch these fucking shows. I am done. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we finally got it over with. He's seen Sonic 1 and 2.
Yes,
Finally.
I finally got to watch those.
He'll give his review at the end of the show. All right. So, last bit of Marvel news. Jesus. Okay, last bit of Marvel news. Officially, on Valentine's Day, they dropped the official cast announcement for the Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal is officially Reed Richards.
Yay,
my brother and I...
Another found parents character for him.
Yeah. Here's my thing, guys. I'm kind of in agreement with my brother on this one. I did not want Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I didn't need a new casting for Reed Richards. We already had the perfect Reed Richards. They'd already cast him in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
John Krasinski?
John Krasinski was the perfect fucking Reed Richards. His wife was the perfect Sue Storm. Amelia Blunt, right? Isn't that her actual name? Amelia Blunt? Like, I know Blunt. I know Blunt is her last name. Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt is her name. Yes. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski could have been Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Now, as far as the other two, Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm, I think that was perfect casting. I think that's absolutely perfect inspired casting. Now, nothing against the actors that they got. I just would have preferred those two, but that's my personal opinion. I'm curious what you guys think about this casting choice. I can't remember the actor's name at the top, off the top of my head, but the guy that they got for Johnny Storm is the guy that played Eddie in season 4 of Stranger Things, which I have heard has done a fantastic job. No, I have not seen season 4 of Stranger Things. Yes, I know I need to watch it. What?
Eddie. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you've seen season 4 of Stranger Things.
I have.
Wow, something he's seen that I haven't. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the turntables?
No, you don't get to say that. You of
Fuck
all
you.
people don't get to say that.
Fuck you.
No, I've seen way more shit than you have. You don't get to say that.
Never said you didn't.
Mm-hmm. How's Ghostbusters Afterlife?
I don't know.
Exactly. I've tried to
Your
show
mom.
you 3 fucking times, dude.
The first time you showed it when I wasn't even at the hotel room, and you knew I wasn't going to be at the hotel room.
Yeah, the second time I tried to show it. The second time I tried to show it when you were here. And motherfucker, we just.
Okay, that one wasn't my fault.
Mm-hmm.
It really wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was there. I was willing to watch it.
Yes.
What stopped us?
Edgar.
And then the third time, you took a nap that you wasn't expecting to take.
No, it's still your fault.
I guess we
Fuck
still got
you.
11 topics and 50 minutes to cover them all.
Not all of them are going to go that fast or that slow. Okay. So in other Valentine's news, guys, if you haven't seen it, One Piece live action fans out there, Taz Skylar, who of course played Sanji in the live action One Piece, made a Sanji sour. It was
Looks so good.
I watched it. It was fucking delightful. All the way down to the fact that he was like, also get a lollipop. So a nice little wink and a nudge at making fun of the 4Kids version of Sanji. So he's like, bro, he's down with it. He gets it. He's making the jokes. Come on. One of us, guys. Absolutely one of us. Cannot say enough. If you have not seen the video, go check it out. Moving on. We got a trailer for something kind of weird here. But quirky, weird, like our kind of weird energy. Like as soon as I was like, oh my God, I looked at this, I was like, we got to talk about this. And then Moon was right down with me. He saw this. He was like, yeah, we got to talk about this. Dick Turpin. I can't talk enough about how weird and quirky this was. Guys, you saw the trailers. What were your thoughts about it?
Spoiler alert, still up on the screen by the looks of it.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Fuck you, YouTube. You unclicked live.
That would be
Fuck you. Fuck you, YouTube. But yeah, I'm glad to see my favorite goth Richmond from the IT crowd is still getting work.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks
I
like
love-
a...
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I love the moment where he's just like pulling out a fucking whatever it's called. What are those things called? Survey. It's like how could we have made your highway robbery experience better?
But by the way, this is supposed to be a highway robberyman or a highwayman. He's just robbing coaches on the highway. Yeah. It's just, but he's supposed to be doing it without being violent. It's so silly.
And, even right, it's the trailer sets the tone right away at the beginning. It was like, I have the best time man you'll ever hear of. You are literally at your execution.
Yep.
It's great. It's fucking great,
And it's like,
dude.
It's like that wonderful style of Victorian era clothing and just everything, where it's just to that nth degree. It looks feasible, but it's also so fucking fake.
It's so over the top, and I love it. Alrighty, on to the next topic. All right, full disclosure. Full disclosure. I am part of this class action lawsuit.
As am I.
As is Fenris, exactly. All right.
I am not.
AMC settles class action lawsuit regarding AMC Plus, HiDIve, and other services. Violations of privacy law. Okay. AMC Networks have agreed to settle class action lawsuit regarding a violation of Video Privacy Protection Act with a payout of $8.3 million to plaintiffs. The company has not admitted to any wrongdoing, but the lawsuit claims that the company's streaming services utilized metapixel tracking to record user activity and share it with third parties without their consent. Consumers who use the AMC Plus, Shudder, Acorn TV, ALL, BLK, Sundance Now, and or HiDIve services on an online website, mobile app, or streaming service controlled by AMC between January 18th, 2021 and January 10th, 2024 are eligible to receive a share of the settlement fund. Eligible users must submit a claim form by May 16th. AMC Networks acquired Sentai Holdings, LLC, which includes Sentai Filmworks and the HiDIve streaming service, in January 2022. The acquisition includes all of the former interests of the Cool Japan Fund, Inc., a public-private Japanese investment fund. Sentai Filmworks is a global supplier of anime and official merchandise. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, guys. Here's the thing. We got emails about this, and it may seem a little bit sketchy at first when you're reading just the layout of it. Please click on it. It is actually a class action lawsuit if you are a HiDIve subscriber between those particular dates. You need to click on the link in the email to fill out your claim and make sure that all your information has been added there. Make sure it's your up-to-date information for both your address and your payment information for them. I don't know how many plaintiffs there are in this case, so you may be getting just a little bit, or you may be getting a lot, depending on how many or how few people send out payments or file a claim.
And, well, $20 is $20.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna yell at an extra $20, but I got the email. I filled out the information. It is what it is. I'm assuming that you did the same.
Yes, as soon as I saw it while I was at work, I'm like, research. Oh, this is an actual thing. Fill out.
Yeah, I was not happy to hear that my information had been passed on to third-party sites. Not at all.
Neither was I. Though, as much as I'm not okay with it, I've been informed that it's been happening left and right over the last couple years.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And it's, at this point, it's probably not that it got leaked as much as they're selling it to make extra money.
Yep. Alrighty. I'm going to let you take over this next one, Fenris.
So, back to Jujutsu Kaisen and Solo Leveling. Fans were in an uproar with the latest episode of Solo Leveling, or was it episode 6? Anyway, one of the recent episodes of Solo Leveling where Jinwoo used the same words that Gojo used in Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, nah, I'd win. So, here we go. There's the article. Jujutsu Kaisen's popularity skyrocketed in 2023 with a battle of the strongest in the manga in Season 2 of the anime. Gojo took center stage and attracted most of the fandom with his impeccable charm in intense battles. Not only did the manga feature his return as he gets unsealed from the prison realm, but the anime sheds light on his high school days. While half of 2023 centered around Jujutsu Kaisen, 2024 has only recently begun, but fans are already loving Solo Leveling. God damn it. It's a dark fantasy series based on the manhwa of the same name. The series has released 6 episodes so far, with each one being more intense than its previous episode. The recent episode of Solo Leveling features Sung Jin-woo's fight against a C-ranked dungeon boss, but Jujutsu Kaisen fans are more focused on one very particular video posted by Crunchyroll. Delve deeper into more, blah blah blah. Once again, Jinwoo basically looks over at Jinho and goes, "Nah, I'd win." Proceeds to fight the spider. What?
Nah, I'll win versus nah, I'd win. I'm like, come on, man.
And let's face it. Here's something that most people who are most Jujutsu Kaisen fans and a lot of Solo Leveling fans don't know. Solo Leveling started out as a comic or kind of a light novel back in July of 2016.
Web novels, yeah.
And then it got brought on onto webtoons as a manhwa in July 2018, I believe. Jujutsu Kaisen was first published in Shonen Jump in July of 2018. So technically, Solo Leveling did it first. Just saying. Thoughts? Comments? Anything?
Meh.
Fair enough. Okay. Moving on.
Words.
Yeah, it really is. But, anime fans being anime fans and thinking their show's better than everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
But so, Richie, how many cons have you come across that have been postponed so far this year?
2, but it's weird that it's happened more than once.
Yes. But so Texas's A-Con 33 convention postponed. Last event was held in June 2023. The official Twitter account for the Texas-based anime convention A-Con announced on Thursday that it is postponing its A-Con 33 event. The staff noted that the ripple effects from the pandemic caused unexpected challenges, which compounded with A-Con's own unique challenges. The statement explained that during the pandemic, the con set up a board of investors to keep the event financially afloat. However, the board of investors has run into funding delays, and the state of Texas had promised subsidies to cover certain expenses, but those are also delayed. The staff stated they are unable to honor their agreements with their venues, reboot their website, sign talent, or move forward with planning the con until the funding arrives. The staff asked those who pre-registered for the event to look out for an upcoming email about the refund process. As with many other anime cons in 2020, A-Con canceled the event planned for the May 2020 due to the pandemic. The organizers had tentatively planned for an event in June 2021, but that was delayed as well to 2022. The event was held at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas from June 3rd to the 5th, 2022, and then another event was held at the same venue on June 2nd to the 4th, 2023. The convention was first held in 1990 and is America's longest-running anime convention.
Cool.
I think the next one after that is Anime Expo, which is 91. I only know that because that's the year I was born.
So they're both corporate cons.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
You want to take the next one, Moon?
Sure. All right. Shonen Jump Plus launches new manga award. The editorial staff of Shueisha's Shonen Jump Plus manga website announced on Thursday that it is launching a new manga award named Kimi no Tsuyomi Dake Shinsa Iten Hyoka Mangasho, judging you purely on your strength, a manga award evaluating just one thing. The award claims that judges will evaluate manga only on their strong points, even if it only has one strength, even if other elements of it are dissatisfactory. The award will have 6 categories, namely art, planning, story, layout, character, and originality. Judges will pick more than 3 winners for each category, each awarded 50,000 yen, about 330 US dollars. The award will also have a special serialization prize, which will guarantee a serialization on Shonen Jump Plus, as well as a about $1,300 prize. The judges will pick more than one winner for this category. Submitted works may win in more than one category. The award will accept submissions until May 15th.
This is a good thing because I think we'll get more new blood in Shonen Jump as this goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just say that the name of this award really does sound like an anime?
Judging you purely on your strength?
A manga award evaluating just one thing? Yes.
Yeah, that's literally the whole
It
thing.
sounds like a light novel title.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, the way that Shonen Jump has been going lately, it's been hemorrhaging viewers and readers left and right. The only thing keeping people around right now is not the new stuff, it's the old stuff. It's a lot of either Sakamoto Days, One Punch Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, and One Piece. That's basically all I hear about. Every once in a while, there's a title that's coming up that people like start really gravitating toward. That are like, oh man, I'm really digging this, and then it goes away. Like it's snuffed out so quickly. Like right as it's starting to catch people's attention and people are really starting to get into it, and like it just goes away because Japan viewership isn't that good, and they only give a shit about Japan viewership. Like right as the West is starting to pay attention to it, it goes away. So it's like, fuck. Man, Japan, it takes a little bit of time for the West to start paying attention. And I get it. The West doesn't read manga until it becomes an anime. And there's a lot of idiots here in the West that are like, oh, I'm an anime only. And it's like, no, you're a fucking moron. Do both. If you really gave a shit about the creator, you'd read the manga because the creator makes more money from the manga than from the anime. It's just that simple. And also, by supporting the anime, you're more supporting, like, the biggest sweatshop industry in the world right now. I'm just saying. Anyhow, my hot takes aside, you guys should really support more manga because there's a lot of really good stories out there in the manga world that don't actually reach the heights of making it to becoming an anime, because like in order to actually become an anime, it takes a lot of money to get just a 12 episode anime series. It takes a lot of money. So like it's really, really important to go read some manga out there. Like, I'm not joking around about this. Like, I was joking around before about, like, some of these comments I was making, but now I'm being serious. Go read some manga. Seriously. There's a lot of really good stuff out there. Highly recommend Manga Plus. Go check out Shonen Jump Online, K-Manga. There's a lot of really good places to read it officially. Piracy sites are going away right now, and rightly so. And you should probably stay away from a lot of those piracy sites because that's how you get a shit ton of, phishing sites, viruses, Trojans, malware, because that's how they pay their bills. And you're not supporting the creators. You're literally supporting the thieves. And you may be thinking, piracy, it's great. I was like, yeah. It doesn't work so well with manga. Works maybe a little bit better with anime, but not so much with manga. And for everybody who's like, oh my god, anime and manga's so expensive. Fuck you. No, it's not. No, it's not. You grew up in the era where it was actually expensive. Shit. One box set of Ranma 1/2. I have it right behind me. You could only find it at like Suncoast and shit, and it cost me $140. I could watch that shit for free online right now. That's insane. All right, man. Anyway,
They didn't have to deal with a lot of importation fees back in the day.
well, they did not. All right, Moon. Let's talk about some happy news.
All right. Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter 6. Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna skip the title. It's worded weird. The Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences announced the winners of the 27th annual DICE Awards on Thursday, and Nintendo's The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom won Adventure Game of the Year. Additionally, Street Fighter 6 won Fighting Game of the Year, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder won Family Game of the Year. The ceremony also inducted Nintendo composer and sound director Koji Kondo into the Hall of Fame. Other
we covered
Japanese
that
games
earlier.
that received nominations include Final Fantasy
16.
Outstanding Achievement in Animation Role-Playing Game of the Year, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Action Game of the Year, and Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising Fighting Game of the Year. Okay. It takes me a second to figure out the damn Roman numerals, but I say it and then you guys say it.
I before V
Yeah.
is 4.
God, okay.
An IV
Anyways.
requires 4 fingers. VI is just a type of AI that requires a 6th-level intelligence.
How does an IV require 4 fingers? You have the I and you have the V.
No.
That's
it
a
requires
W.
No. It requires 4 fingers. Requires 4 fingers to insert. You got to have 1 to hold thing. Well, technically you have to have 3 to insert with one hand and 1 to hold things down.
Oh, you mean an IV fluid? Okay.
Yeah. IV.
Yes.
Not the letters, dumbass.
Whatever. Super Mario Bros. Wonder was also nominated for Outstanding Achievement in Animation, Outstanding Achievement in Game Design, and Outstanding Achievement in Game Direction. Street Fighter 6 was also nominated for Online Game of the Year. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom was also nominated for Outstanding Technical Achievement, Outstanding Achievement in Game Design, and Outstanding Achievement in Game Direction, and Game of the Year. IGN has a full list of winners. Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year.
That's not surprising.
AS.
Not surprising at all.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Academy
need to
is what I'll
read the
call it
rest of
because-
this. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
All right. Up next, Fenris, you're covering this one.
Oh, Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire Film Stream's second full trailer. The film will open in the United States on March 29th, 2 weeks earlier than it previously planned April 12th release date. The April 12th release was itself a delay from its original March 15th opening. The film will open in Japan on April 26th, as previously announced. Adam Wingard, from Death Note, The Guest, You're Next, is returning to direct the film. Mary Parent, Alex Garcia, Eric McLeod, Thomas Toll, and John Jashny are producing the movie. The earlier Godzilla vs. Kong film opened internationally in March 2021 in territories where the HBO Max streaming service is not available. The film opened later that month in theaters in the United States at number 1. The film has earned $100,916,094 in the United States and has earned a total worldwide of $470,116,094. Why the fuck is it ending in 94 on both? According to the Box Office Mojo. Godzilla vs. Kong opened in Japan in July 2021 after delay from its original May 2021 opening, and it topped its first weekend's box office charts. I'm looking forward to this. Not just because I'm a Godzilla fan of a long time, but it looks like a good
pronounced
creature.
Gojira.
I'm so glad that we could switch sides on that.
Yeah.
But it just looks like a fantastic kaiju film, even if it's not Godzilla and King Kong. If you replace them with like a Rodan or Ghidorah, it would still look phenomenal. Thoughts?
Alrighty. Oh. Guess it's on to the next one. Oh boy. Alright guys, the first Haikyuu final film streams trailer ahead of February 16th opening. So it came out 2 days ago. Well, probably 3, because it's Japan. Onka. That's the weirdest thing. Toho Animation began streaming Haikyuu, the movie, Decisive Battle at the Garbage Dump. Gomi Setsuba no Kesen. The first film in the 2-part Haikyuu final sequel film project ahead of its premiere on Friday. The video previews Spy Air's theme song of the film for the film Orange. The film will premiere in Japan on February 16th, which it already has, and will also screen in IMAX. Susumu Mitsunaka is both directing and writing the script for the film. Those who see the movie in theaters in Japan will receive a volume 33.5 book. The book is limited to 2 million theater goers. The book will have a new 16-page manga from manga creator Haruichi Furudate, character illustrations, and the storyboard for chapter 322, and a Q&A with Furudate. The anime staff had announced the 2 films in August 2022. The first film depicts the fated showdown between Karas no Hai and Nekoma Hai. Okay. Guys, this is just covering literally the next match in the big in the spring national finals. So we've literally got Karasuno versus Nekoma. Now, here's the thing. Just go read the manga. Literally, I will tell you, I would say this after they announced that they weren't doing any more seasons. They were just doing the movie. Just go read the fucking manga. Just do yourself the favor. Go read the manga. It's nice that there's a movie. They could have done the movie with the final part, the final arc of the manga. That would have been a good movie to do. But the rest of it should have been an anime and not. Like, the anime could have covered the next two big matches that take place, and then could have dealt with everything that takes place after, because there's still a big arc that takes place after, and then there's like the final thing that takes place, because there's a significant time skip that takes place, and the anime needs to deal with everything that happens in that time skip. And then there is the return to Japan. I'm already saying too much, and I'm being as vague as I possibly can. I'm not even saying who returns to Japan. I'm just saying there's a return to Japan. And then the movie could have covered the return to Japan. But at this point in time, I will say this. Just go read the manga. Just do yourself the favor. Go read the manga. It's worth it. Believe me when I say that. It's so worth it. But this also plays into the next article that we have here, because it basically fades into the other. Are 2 Haikyuu movies really enough to adapt the final arc? No, because it's 2 arcs. It's 2 arcs. It's literally okay. So if you've been keeping up with Haikyuu so far, you know that it's literally a 5-set match. And so we've got Karasuno versus Nekoma. And then we've got a match after that. And then we've got everything that takes place after that match. Then we've got time skip. Then we've got the stuff that happens after the time skip, which I will call Return to Japan. There's too much stuff. It cannot be wrapped up in 2 movies. It just can't. Unless they're going to do those 2 movies as just the spring, just the spring tournament. And then just not finish Haikyuu. And if they do that, that's an even bigger fuck you to the fans. That's why this whole thing was stupid. You'd have been better off just saying, "Hey, we can't do it." And like that would have been at least kinder. Anyhow, the remainder of Haikyuu will be adapted into 2 movies, the first of which releases blah blah. Okay, so this information. Okay. It has been a long 3 years for Haikyuu fans waiting for news about potential season 5. So Haikyuu Twitter account. Okay. Okay, I think this is old. No, updated 3 days ago. Mixed from fans, updated February 15th, 2024. Is widely regarded as one of the anime of the 21st century, making it prize level. The prize jewel of shonen sports. No, I'm not kidding. It is like one of the best sports series out there because like it's so fucking wholesome, and yet it will have you jumping out of your seat cheering. It's like, and here's the thing. Again, you don't have to know anything about this sport. You don't need to know anything about volleyball. You'll learn it through this. And the thing is, you give a shit about the characters. Because you give a shit about the characters, you give a shit about the sport. It's not the other way around where a lot of the times you give a shit about the sport, therefore you give a shit about the characters. No, it's the other way around. That's what makes this so good. And it's also one of those things that they do so well in Japanese sports anime a lot of the time is that they flesh out the characters on the other team and like to the point that you actually care about the other characters on the other team and you feel bad when they lose even though you want your team to win because they're the team you've been following this whole time and you care about them. But like you really do, you're heartfelt for the other team. You're like, damn it, I wouldn't have felt bad if you'd beaten our guys. But like, yeah, anyway. It's one of those. With so many manga chapters left unadapted, fans are concerned that there's just too much information to compress into a pair of films. No, absolutely. The feature has been updated with more information about the upcoming Haikyuu movies. Ever since Shoujo saw the little... Okay, yeah, this is not saying much more. Will the Haikyuu final movies be the end for the anime? I'm really hoping that the 2 movies are just covering the 2 the 2 remaining parts of the spring inter-high, and then they're saying, all right, now we're going to do season 5. And it's like, fuck! You had us all panicked. You had us all panicked. And so the last anime season is going to cover like the final arc of the manga. That would be good, but like it does not look that way. It definitely does not. All right. That's my Haikyuu rant from now. I know there hasn't been a lot of Haikyuu watching going on here. I'm probably the only Haikyuu person in here. I will fix that eventually. I will get these motherfuckers to watch Haikyuu. No, Moon, you don't have a choice. I will eventually show you Haikyuu. If I can get my mom to watch Haikyuu, I can get you to watch Haikyuu. Okay? Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Good luck.
No,
Good luck.
Won't be difficult. It's that good of a show. However, that being said, role reversal. Moon. You're reading the last story.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm giving him the Gundam one.
Gundam Seed Freedom, back at number 1. Demon Slayer Hashira training arc drops to number 2. The Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom anime film rose back up to number 1 from number 2 in its third weekend. The film, this phrase weird. The film, 247,000 tickets for $2.98 million from Friday to Sunday. The film has sold a total of 1.63 million tickets for a cumulative total of 2.68 billion yen. That's $17.94 million as of Monday. The film is now the highest earning film in the Gundam franchise at the Japanese box office, overtaking the 1982 Mobile Suit Gundam 3 Encounters in Space anime's film's $15.5 million by current conversion. The film is screening in 353 cinemas in Japan and added 4DX, MX4D, and Dolby Cinema screenings starting on Friday. The film opened at number 1 in the Japanese box office, selling 634,182 tickets in its first 3 days, marking the Gundam's franchise highest 3-day opening in box office earnings and the biggest opening weekend for a film so far this year in Japan. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom opened in Japan on January 26th. The film is planned to screen in 56 countries and territories. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed director Mitsuto Fukuda directed the film at Bandai Namco Filmworks. Fukuda also co-wrote the script along with his late wife Chiaki Morosawa and Ryu Goto. Hisashi Hirai, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, designed the characters. Lord, am I reading all of these?
No.
No.
This goes on for a while. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to read all that.
Once again, they should have just put current rankings of anime-related films.
Yeah, it's just guys.
So
the thing that makes me happy about this is that the Demon Slayer Roadshow whatever thing is basically the glorified last 2 episodes of last season and the showing of an early showing of 1 episode of the next season dropped almost instantly. They were like, yeah, we saw it, it's over, yeah, whatever. Like, nope, immediately Gundam went back. I'm just happy for that because it shows, yeah, this isn't the big thing that it was last time. Like, everybody thought it was going to be more than it was. Like, you fooled everybody last time. This time, not as many people came out for it and stayed out for it because, no, they're not buying the shit you're shoveling this time. And I'm happy for that. At least in Japan, it seems that way. Here in the West, maybe people are more gullible. We'll find out. But also, there's not a Gundam that they're competing with. However, there's a lot of other movies they're competing with. So we've got, I mean, some people may just stay home and play Final Fantasy. Because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a-coming.
On the 29th.
Yeah, it's headed out here pretty quickly, guys. So, that having been said, that is our final topic for this Anime Church. Guys, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us for Anime Church. We really, really appreciate it. If there were any stories or topics that you liked that we covered, please feel free to talk about them in the comments below. After the show, we still appreciate seeing you guys talk about any of these topics. We look forward to hearing from you. We'll be back again with more Anime Church next week. And of course, you will see us tomorrow evening talking about slime. But before all of that, you will see us again over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/fat_dog_studios in just a little over 2 hours. About 2 hours and 15 minutes, we'll be doing our live dramatic reading of the manhwa for Solo Leveling with this man right here, Moonlight Sparks, as Jinwoo Sung. So make sure to come by, check all of that out, show a little love, show a little support, And we'll see you guys soon. We have been Anime Church, the only church that not only supports and encourages your cosplay. Not only is cosplay recommended, but highly encouraged. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus. And
Pal
we
World's
accept
better.
Pal World 2.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
No, we accept Pal World 2.
Pal World's
Be
better.
open. Don't be a gatekeeper. Come on, man.
Pal World's
That's
better.
not the Arceus way.
Pal World's better.
And I am Fenris Arun, your patron saint of Snackos.
There we go. At least he doesn't. Hey, I'll take that. At least he doesn't worship a rock. That having been said.
That's true.
Yeah. We will see you next time. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It'd take a miracle. Bye-bye!